And first on BBC One Wales, the cash is waiting, but you've got to be in it to win it.
It's Saturday the 17th of May, and these 5 people are here at the BBC Television Centre to win money that could change their lives on the National Lottery, In It to Win It. Please welcome your host, Dale Winton.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Good evening. Welcome to the National Lottery, In It to Win It. Now, please, have a look at these 5 people. You know, each and every one is hoping to go home tonight with a lot of cash. But to win that, they need to be right here with me on Winners Row, because whoever is sitting in one of these chairs at the end of the show will, without doubt, be going home a lot wealthier. So, who will be the first person joining me? You each have your own colour. Which one will be drawn first? Let's find out. It's blue, it's Paul. Come and join me on Winners Row.
I'm Paul McManus. I'm a 30-year-old bank manager from North Wales.
Who have you brought along for support tonight?
I've got my wife Jo and my dad Frank.
What kind of cash are you looking for tonight?
Probably in the region of about 20,000 would be nice.
£20,000?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That's good. And to do what with?
My wife and myself have always dreamt about travelling right the way across America from the East Coast to the West Coast. So we'd like to do that in a little bit of style, I think. If I could just get enough money just to take that little bit of a career break, and then we could really spend some time going right the way across America.
Do you do the kind of job where you can just take off for a couple of months?
I think we would be able to come to some arrangement, yeah.
OK, well, that's cool. So you need 20 grand.
Yeah.
Every question is worth £5,000. That's good news. The bad news is if you get one wrong, you go to the red area. You do not want to be going there.
Definitely not.
It's up to you. 5 grand a question. Let's put some money in that prize fund. Here's your first question. The River Clyde flows through which city? Is it Glasgow, Swansea, or Belfast?
Now then, I'm a little bit of a football fan, so immediately Clyde Bank football team springs to mind. And they're in the Scottish League, so immediately looking at the options, I would say, yeah, Glasgow Dale. OK, I'll take Glasgow. Is it Glasgow?
Thank you very much. 5 grand. That's good, good. Let's have another £5,000 question. Here it is. What does a chronometer measure? Is it time, wind speed, or rainfall?
Now then, looking at it, looking the word chronometer, I would say chronological, and chronological is time order. So I think I'd go for time for that one, Dale. OK. You would like me to take time as your answer? Yeah.
I'll take time. Paul says time. Did you get the time right? Yes! Good. We're cooking. You're cooking. This is good. Here's your next question. Is it going to be third time lucky? Let's have a look. Until his retirement in 1998, Harold Dickie Bird was a leading official in which sport? Was it football, cricket, or tennis?
Now, this could have been quite a difficult one because I know very, very little about this sport.
OK.
But I do know who Dickie Bird is, and I believe he's a very well-known cricket commentator. So I'll go for cricket.
OK. I will take cricket as your answer. Cricket. Is that the right answer? Do you want the fourth question?
Yeah.
OK, here's your fourth question. It'll be 20 grand in the prize fund. What type of fruit is a Blenheim orange? Is it a pear, a grapefruit, or an apple? Is this a good question for you?
I think this is possibly where one of the other contestants might get an opportunity. I think I'm probably going to go for a grapefruit because that's very similar to an orange in type. So I'm going to go for a grapefruit.
OK. I'll take grapefruit. Paul says grapefruit. Would that be right for a Blenheim orange? You'll probably be back. I really
Let's
hope
hope so.
you are.
Thank
but
you.
for now, Paul, would you please make your way to red? Well, bad news for Paul, but great news for our remaining 4 players in the waiting area. One of them will be joining me right here in Winners Row. Who's it going to be? Let's find out. It's green, it's Abby. Come and join me on Winners Row.
I'm Abby Ndiva, and I'm a 21-year-old student from Middlesex.
Well, how are you tonight?
Bit nervous.
Are you?
Yes, a little bit.
Miss Gorgeous in a sparkly top.
Oh, thank you.
Looking good. Now, who have you brought along with you for support tonight, Abby?
I brought my boyfriend, Ed, and my brother, Charlo.
Ed on the left and brother on the right.
Yeah.
So good, strong male support for you tonight.
Yes.
Absolutely. Now, listen, there's 15 grand on the prize fund at the moment. What kind of cash are you looking for tonight?
I'd be quite happy with about 30 grand.
Would you? I'm not surprised. And with what would you do your 30 grand?
Well, apart from all the normal things like the shopping sprees and being a bit extravagant, I'd quite like to make it over to Rio Carnival.
Okay. You've got some student loans as well to pay off,
Yeah, I've
haven't
got
you,
all
as
the
well?
student debt.
So there is an air of practicality about you as well as the fun things.
Yes.
I'm with you on the fun things, so you can relax for a moment. I will be back with your first question. Meanwhile, I need to get Paul out of the red area. Paul, how are you feeling?
Little bit upset at the moment, Dale.
The deal with this is it's not multiple choice. One question, you have to find the answer for me. If you get the answer right, Abby will have company in Winners Row. If you get it wrong, our other 3 players also have your company. You're going right back where you started, which is not good news.
No, definitely not.
Shall we do your question?
Yeah, why not?
Here's your question. In 1789, Fletcher Christian led a mutiny aboard which ship?
I vaguely remember seeing the movie, and I've got a feeling it was on board a ship called the Bounty.
Is that the answer you'd like me to take?
Yes, on the Bounty, Dale.
Okay. I hope you're right.
Yeah.
Paul says the Bounty. Would that be right? Dora, get up to Winners Row, Dora. Abby, how are you feeling?
Ready to go.
This is going to be a long run for you in Winners Row, isn't it?
Could be. I hope so.
Absolutely. Well, we're all with you on this one. Here's your first question. For £5,000. Until 1664, what was the name of New York City? Was it New Madrid, New Amsterdam, or New Paris?
Okay. I don't actually know this question, so I'm gonna have to try and eliminate one. I know the French went over to America / Canada. I know the British did. I don't know about the Spanish or the Dutch. I'm guessing it's not the Dutch, just because that doesn't ring any bells. I'm trying to think when Columbus was around. On the assumption he was Spanish. I think I'm just gonna have to be decisive and go for New Madrid. I think I'm gonna go for New Madrid.
Would you like me to take New Madrid as your answer?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. The answer I'm looking for is New Madrid. Is that the right answer? Oh, it's New Amsterdam. I am so sorry. Please make your way to the red area. Shelley, Luke and David, it's looking better for you because one of you will be joining me right here in Winners Row. So hang fire. Paul, on the other hand, you're looking to put another £5 in the prize fund?
Yep.
Here's your next question. In the Beatrix Potter stories, what type of animal was Mrs. Tiggywinkle? Was it frog, rabbit, or hedgehog?
From memory, from the times when my mum used to read these stories to me, I've got a vague suspicion that the frog was called Jeremy Fisher. So I think I can take the frog out. I can't really remember either a rabbit or a hedgehog, but I think I'm going to go for hedgehog out of those two, I think.
Okay. You would like me to take hedgehog as your answer?
I think so, Dale, yeah.
Yeah, is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay. Paul says hedgehog. Paul, are you right? Nice, good. Well done, well done. Well, we've got Abby in the red area, which means one of our players will be joining me here on Winners Row. Who's it going to be? Let's find out. It's yellow, it's Shelley. Come and join me on Winners Row.
I'm Shelley Ward, a 41-year-old general manager and mum from London.
Who have you brought along for support tonight?
I have got my mum and my mother-in-law.
Your mum and your mother-in-law.
Yeah.
So mum's on the left and mum-in-law's on the right?
That's right, yeah.
Oh, great.
Judy and Doris.
Judy and Doris, they look like they're having a great night.
Yeah, I hope so.
Are you going to have a great night?
I hope I am, Dale.
Which means that you'll be going home with what?
Well, I'm looking for about £10,000. I'd be happy with that.
What do you want to do with the 10 grand?
I desperately need to landscape my garden.
Oh, do you? What's it like at the moment?
It's a disaster. We had a World War II bomb shelter at the back, which we've pulled down, and for the last 2 years, we've had a huge concrete base, and I want to get rid of the base. I want some decking, water features, plants, trees.
You're here for one reason only. Gorgeous Abby got the question wrong.
Right.
So, before your first question, I need to get her out of the red area. How are you doing, Abby?
Doing okay.
Okay, this is quite crucial, isn't it, for you, this next bit?
Yeah, just a bit.
Here's your question. Baron Greenback and Penfold were characters in which TV cartoon?
Okay, I think I can vaguely remember back to being quite young when this was actually still on TV. And Penfold and Baron Greenback makes me think, I think it was called Danger Mouse. I'm sure Penfold was this really little guy who looked like a mole and had glasses. And I think Baron Greenback was a frog. I'm just hoping it's Danger Mouse. But yeah, I've got to go with my gut instinct. I think Danger Mouse.
You would like me to take Danger Mouse as your answer?
I'd like you to take Danger Mouse as my answer.
Okay. Abby says Danger Mouse. I accept that. I will take that as your answer. Is it Danger Mouse? Oh, come on, Abby. Don't hang around. Get back to the Shelley, your first question. Shall we do it?
Yep, let's do it.
Here's your question. What was the title of the Beatles' first UK #1 hit single? Was it Help, From Me to You, or Hey Jude?
I don't think it was Hey Jude, because I think Hey Jude was later. So I think it's between Help and From Me to You, and I think Help was a film, so they would have made that after they first started. So I'm gonna go for From Me to You.
You would like me to take From Me to You as the answer?
I would, yeah.
Okay. Is it From Me to You? Well done. Paul, can I tell you, so far tonight, you've had the best night of all of our players. You put £20,000 into that prize fund, and it's at 25 grand. Let's make it 30 grand. Here's your next question. Prince Philip was born on which island? Was it Corfu, Sicily, or Corsica?
Now then, I know that Prince Philip is Greek, so looking at the three options that are available, Corfu, I believe, is the only one of them that is actually a Greek island. So
Okay.
I'll go for Corfu.
Does that mean you would like me to take Corfu as your answer?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Definitely.
Is it Corfu? You do this very sort of, very understated cheer. Well done. Abby, what am I going to do with you?
I'd quite like to answer something right now.
Let's see if we can get this one right and put another 5 grand in the prize fund. Here's your question. In the 1980s, who invented an electric car called the C5? Was it Trevor Bayliss, Clive Sinclair, or Richard Branson?
Okay, elimination. I don't really recognise either of the names, Trevor Bayliss or Clive Sinclair, which probably isn't a great thing either, but might be a bit brave and try and eliminate Richard Branson just because I don't know him for cars or electric cars or anything like that. I might guess between the other two. I'd guess Clive Sinclair.
Would you like me to take Clive Sinclair as your answer?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll take Clive Sinclair. We want it to be Clive Sinclair for you. Are you right? Shelley. Are you ready for your next question?
Yes.
Okay, here it is. The state of Goa is a tourist destination in which country? Is it India, Thailand, or Japan?
Well, I know the answer to this because I've been there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, luckily. And it's in India.
Okay, I'll take India. Is Shelley right? Is the answer India? Fantastic. Paul, here's your next question. It'll make it 45 grand. Let's have a look at it. Who played Al Capone in the 1987 movie The Untouchables? Was it Al Pacino, Sean Connery, or Robert De Niro?
I seem to remember Sean Connery being in it, but he was a police officer, I think. So it leaves the two culprits who most likely, I think, to be a gangster, Al Pacino or Robert De Niro. I've got a feeling that in this film it was De Niro that played Al Capone.
You would like me to take Robert De Niro as your answer?
I hope I'm right, Dale, but yes.
Okay, I'll take Robert De Niro. Is it De Niro? Abby, listen, there's £45,000 in the prize fund. It's looking very good at the moment. You're still in winner's row, which is where we like you to be. Here's your question. Which British driver became Formula One world champion in 1992? Was it Nigel Mansell, Damon Hill, or David Coulthard?
Okay.
Do you watch Formula One?
No, I don't. Formula One's not really my thing. There's a surprise. I don't think it's David Coulthard. And I recognise his name from more around now, as opposed to 1992.
Okay.
My gut instinct when I first saw it was Damon Hill, just because I thought that Nigel Mansell was a bit before 1992. I'll go with Damon Hill. I think. I'm pretty sure it's him or Nigel, but I'll go with Damon Hill.
Are you saying you'd like me to take Damon Hill as your answer?
I'd like you to, yeah, I'd like you to take that as my answer.
I will take Damon Hill as your answer. Is the answer Damon Hill? I'm so sorry. I have to say, hope you make it back. Please go back to the red area. Abby's in the red area, which is bad news for Abby, but it is great news for Luke and David. One of them will be joining me here in Winner's Row. Who's it going to be? Let's find out. It's pink, it's David. Come and join me on Winner's Row.
I'm David Weller, a 42-year-old vicar from Staffordshire.
Out of every player that's made it out of the waiting area to Winner's Row, that was the slowest stroll across. Normally, I mean, your reaction was, yes! And then it was like, okay. Long for support tonight.
There's my wife, Sue, with her best friend, Fran.
Sue on the left, Fran on the right.
That's
two
right.
gorgeous girls here to will you to do well. Look at that, 45 grand in the prize fund. Would that suit you?
It certainly would suit me. I was hoping if I were to win anything, something like 20, 25 grand to put down on a house as a deposit. That's really what I'd like to do. As a vicar, you get a vicarage, but when the job ends, the house comes to an end. So we'd love to buy a house for somewhere to go once we retire, and also for holidays, that kind of thing.
Be patient. I'll be right back with your first question. Abby, we've been here once too often for my liking.
Yeah, me too.
Here's your question. Pure water is composed of oxygen and which other element?
I think I actually know this. I'm pretty sure hydro, because that's often the term for like water and stuff. It's hydrogen is the other element for oxygen, and hydrogen makes water. H2O, in fact. So I'm thinking the H could be hydrogen. I'm happy to go with that answer.
I'll take hydrogen as your answer. Abby, I hope you're right. Is it right? Luke, put it this way. They're trying to put money in for when you come and join us eventually here on Winners Row.
I'm really grateful.
Okay. David, here's your first question. What is the last letter in the Greek alphabet? Is it omega, theta, or gamma?
Well, it's a long time since I was at college learning to be a vicar, but back in those days I seem to remember learning New Testament Greek. And I seem to remember alpha's the very first and omega's the very last. So I'm going for omega.
You would like me to take omega as your answer?
Yes, please, Dale.
Okay, I'll take omega. Is it right? Good. Here's your question. What type of musical instrument is the euphonium? Is it percussion, string, or brass?
Trying to think. I've got a feeling that you blow it. I don't know why I think you blow it. Or is it like a harpsichord, a thing that you go like that with? I don't know where that would come. I'll go with brass, although I'm not sure.
Okay, would you like me to take brass as your answer?
Yep, take brass.
Okay, I'll take brass. That's what Shelley says. Is Shelley right? Is it brass? Well done. Paul, you've had a great night tonight. You've answered 6 questions correctly, which means you've put £30,000 into that £55,000 prize fund. Still the lion's share. I'd love to make it 60 grand. Here's your next question. In 1985, the Live Aid concerts took place simultaneously in London, and which American city was it? Philadelphia, Boston, or Detroit?
I was quite young in 1985. I do remember the Live Aid concerts, and I remember certainly the one at Wembley in London. I remember the simultaneous one, but I'm not 100% certain about where it was in the United States. I don't think it was in Detroit, so I'm likely to try and decide between Boston and Philadelphia.
Okay.
Out of the two of them, I think I'm gonna go for, I really, really hope I'm right, Dale, but I'm gonna go for Philadelphia.
Okay, I'll take Philadelphia as your answer. Paul says Philly. I want it to be Philadelphia for you too. Is that the right answer? Well done. Right, Abby, there's £60,000 in the prize fund. Well, you know how you stay here? You need to get the next question right. Here it is. The clavicle is the scientific term for which part of the human body? Is it the collarbone, the hip, or the kneecap?
Clavicle, I'm sure the clavicle's up here, like your breastbone or something. I'm sure it's not your hip or your kneecap. So I'm pretty sure it's the collarbone. Yeah, I'm sure the clavicle's up here. Yeah, I think that's my answer is collarbone.
You'd like me to take collarbone as your answer?
Yes.
Okay, Abby, I'll take collarbone. Abby, are you right? You got one. You got one. Well done. Oh. The klaxon has gone. My goodness, that means the prize fund is frozen at £65,000. You are all in the right place at the right time, which means if you get the next question right, well, you'll have a guaranteed share of that prize fund. Yes, they are just one question away from that. Luke, I don't know what to say to you. You have been so patient all night long. I guess you haven't really had a good night tonight.
That's been a good day, no doubt. Cheers, mate.
It breaks my heart to say this, but I have to say, good night. Give me a cheer. Well, David, Shelley, Paul and Abby, you are just one question away from a share of that prize fund. At the moment, it's £65,000. You will be going home with something, fingers crossed. I'll be back with that question in a moment. I wish you the best of luck. Well, they've got a few minutes to get their heads together, but now it's your chance to win some cash. Yes, it's time for the Thunderball.
He's right. Saturday the 17th of May, FA Cup final day, 2 minutes to 8. Time for this weekend's Thunderball draw live on In It to Win It with Dale Winton, who's with our draw presenter, Gigi. Dale.
Thank you, Alan. Yes, over 140,000 of you won on the Thunderball last Wednesday, so get your Thunderball tickets ready and tell us how it works, Gigi.
Okay, you're looking for 3 numbers or more from the first machine to be guaranteed some cash. But even if you only get 1, you could still be quizzing if you get the Thunderball as well.
So, let's get those balls rolling.
Now, on Wednesday, no jackpot winners in the Thunderball, but I'm pleased to report a dozen of you were runners-up at least, matching 5 numbers without the Thunderball and winning yourselves a cool £5,000 each. And that ain't bad. The machine looks to be up to speed, so, Dale, I reckon we can do it.
Oh, absolutely, Alan. So, with just 1 number, you stand a chance of some cash. I hope you get all 5. Here they come. Good luck.
Here we go. Eyes down, look in. It's all about to happen live. There's the first one, and we're going to check that number. It's number 9. Next is number 20. And the third one this Saturday night looks like that. 31. Sure, these balls are getting bigger. Next is number 25. And the last one is that one there, number 6. Excellent, good start. Let's move over now to the second machine. And then we can release those red Thunderballs. And away they go. Oh, in case you're wondering, the man with the clipboard is an independent adjudicator, seeing fair play. And tonight, it's Graham Clucas.
Well, I really don't know how Alan knows that the balls are getting bigger, but you really want to get this Thunderball by matching it to any number you already have. You could boost what you win. Anything from a £5 to £250,000 could be yours.
So let's find out what tonight's Thunderball number is. I hope it's yours. Good luck.
This is it then, as we draw the one that could make a big difference to what you win this weekend. And it's about to appear. There it is, number 7. Tonight's Thunderball numbers again. Here they are, this time in ascending order. Number 6. Number 9. Number 20. Number 25. And to go with that, number 31. The Thunderball is number 7. So those are tonight's winning numbers. I hope some of them, at least, were yours. Dale.
Don't forget, still to come, Lotto and Lotto Extra. Now, a few minutes ago, these 4 people helped put £65,000 in the prize fund, which means they're looking at a share of at least £16,250 each. Believe it or not, they're just 1 question away from that cash. Oh, David.
Dale.
You're in the right place at the right time. I would love to give you a cheque for at least £16,250. That is a reality, it's a possibility. 1 question, here it is. In 1914, which explorer led an ill-fated expedition to the South Pole in a ship called Endurance? Was it Oates, Scott, or Shackleton?
Well, I associate all 3 of those names with expeditions to the South Pole. I don't think it was Shackleton. Somewhere at the back of my mind, I've got the idea that he got to the South Pole and he got back home again. I believe I'm right in saying that Oates was the one who did the gentlemanly thing. He went out into the ice and the snow because he knew that the expedition had failed, and in doing so, he saved the others in his party. Okay, I'm going to go with my gut feeling, and although I believe Oates did the gentlemanly thing, I believe it was Scott's expedition. So that is my answer. I think it's Scott.
Would you like me to take Scott as your answer?
Yes, please, Dale.
If you are right, that is the minimum you're going home with tonight.
Okay.
That's your share of 65 grand. I hope he's right. Are you right, David? Shackleton, and that was the one you ruled out straight away. I am so sorry. You have been a wonderful player. You've been so patient tonight, and wonderful to be with us on In It to Win It.
I wish these guys the best of luck as
well.
That's
very generous of you. We do too. Thank you, David.
Thank you.
Shelley, your share just went up. You're now looking at £21,666. Yeah. Like David, you have one question to answer. You need to get this one right. And I know you're playing for a new garden.
Yes.
You do not want to be looking out of your bedroom at a concrete slab anymore.
I don't.
That is up to you.
Okay.
Let's have a look at your question. Okay. The former Soviet Union city of Kiev is now located in which country? Is it Ukraine, Latvia, or Belarus?
My gut feeling is telling me Ukraine. I don't know why. I don't even know what's in Latvia and what's in Belarus. So I think I'm just going to go with my gut feeling. I'm not going to think about this. I'm just going to...
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to try and be logical. I'll just say gut feeling is Ukraine.
Would you like me to take Ukraine as your answer, Shelley?
Yes.
Shelley says Ukraine. I've taken that as your answer. Shelley, if you're right, the minimum you're going home with tonight is £21,666.
Oh,
if you're wrong, like David just pushed your share up, you will push our other two players' potential share up as well. I want you to be right.
Okay.
Is she right? Well, how are you feeling?
I'm shaking. My hands are sweating. I can't believe it.
Well,
it's been a surreal day, and this is even more surreal.
Well, you've cracked it. You're now going home with a minimum of £21,666. Too wonderful, Shelley. Paul, you've had a brilliant night tonight.
I have.
You have just seen Shelley get her answer right, which means she's going home with £21,666. Will you be doing the same?
I really, really hope so.
Oh, so do I, Paul, so do I. Here's your question. Prince Albert of Monaco has represented his country in which Olympic sport? Is it bobsleigh, luge, or ski jump?
I don't think it's the ski jump. I just can't quite picture Prince Albert in the ski jump somehow. Not Eddie Eagle type.
Okay.
So I think it's either the bobsleigh or the luge. I think I'm going to plump for the luge.
Okay. Paul, are you saying you would like me to take luge as your answer?
Something's telling me to change my mind, but I don't know whether that's the right thing to do or not. I'm just wondering whether he'd perhaps be more part of a team rather than an individual. I hope I don't regret changing my mind, but I'm going to go for the bobsleigh.
Paul, would you like me to now take bobsleigh as your answer?
Yeah, bobsleigh.
Okay, I will take bobsleigh. Paul, if you are right, you'll be going home with a minimum of £21,666. If you are wrong, you've just pushed the share of our remaining two players up. Paul says bobsleigh. I want you to be right. Paul, are you right?
Sarah. I've always said, never change your mind, go with your first instincts, and I don't know why I did it, but I'm so glad I did.
Well done, Paul.
Thanks,
well done, my friend. Abby, you have just seen Shelley and Paul do brilliantly. They're going home with a minimum of 21,666. Are you going home with the same? That is up to you. Or are you going to push their share up? I want you to go home with the money. You are one question away from that. You've seen how it's done. Are you ready? Shall we do your question?
Yep.
I wish you luck. Here it is. The Enigma Variations is a 19th century work by which composer? Is it Holst, Delius, or Elgar?
Definitely don't have any real preference for the answer. I don't know this question. Gosh. I'm trying to think. Oh, I recognise the composers Holst and Elgar more. I don't know when their periods are. I don't know which century they're from. The first thing that came to my head was Holst, but not for any particular reason. Oh God, I can't stop shaking.
Oh, sweetheart.
Delius, I haven't even really heard of him. I think I've just got to go with my initial reaction, which was Holst.
So I must ask you, for £21,666, are you saying I'm to take Holst as your answer?
Yeah, please take that as well.
Okay, Abby, I will take Holst. If you're wrong, I'm afraid your share will be split between our other two players, and they will be splitting 65 grand between them. So, we're looking for the answer Holst. Is Abby right? Is the answer Holst?
Oh.
Sorry. I'm so sorry, Abby, because you've been a wonderful player tonight. I have to say, give us a kiss and good night.
Yeah.
Abby. Well, it was very sad to see Abby go, as it was sad to see David go, but the good news for Shelley and Paul is they're each going home with 32,000. Shelley. This cheque says Shelley Ward.
Yeah.
And I reckon you're going to get rid of that concrete. You're going to have an amazing garden for £32,500. Well done, sweetheart. You know, when you were the first cab off the rank sitting in Winners Row, did you actually think, Paul McManus, I'll be handing you a cheque for £32,500?
No, I thought I'd be doing well just to ride it out and get here, but I'm so glad.
You so deserve it.